What's up, collectors? Welcome back to Films by Color. I've got a package from Vinegar Syndrome here. I haven't got my halfway to Black Friday sale order yet. Hasn't even shipped yet at the time I'm recording this. But this year, Vinegar Syndrome did like a pre-sale sale. They did like a halfway to Black Friday flash pre-order thing. I don't remember what it was called, but I ordered a bunch of stuff in that before the flash sale. So we're gonna open that up right now, and I'm gonna show you everything I got. All right, guys, let's get this opened up. Like I said, there will be another Vinegar Syndrome video coming soon when I get my flash sale order. But this was an order I made a few weeks ago, several weeks ago now. This has been here forever, actually, and I just haven't had a chance to record a video for it. But we've got several things in here. Very excited to open these up. Some of these are brand new pre-orders that just came out back when I made this sale. They're not new anymore because this has been sitting here for probably a month now. Okay, so it's in two different packages. So these two are the brand new pre-orders. We'll talk about these first, and then we'll get into these other releases that I finally picked up. They've been on my list for a while. So the brand new ones here, the first one is called Red Island, a film by Robin Campillo. I have not seen this film, but it's a brand new film. I think it just came out in 2024, released in 2025. This is Red Island. There's the slipcover on that. There's the spine. There's the back. Love this look, and it has to do with the movie itself. We'll talk about that in a minute, but there's a reason that it kind of looks like old comic book pages. There's the original poster right there underneath, and there's the back. This is put out by Film Movement, which is maybe becoming my favorite sub-label of Vinegar Syndrome. I've got a bunch of their releases now. I picked up a lot of them recently. Living on one of the last remaining military bases amidst a hedonistic group of French armed forces in 1970s Madagascar, 10-year-old Thomas begins to find cracks in the surface of his family's blissful existence on the idyllic island. Taking inspiration from his comic book hero, Fantomette, Thomas spies on those around him, discovering the hidden and tangled political and sexual lives of the colonizers and the colonized. As relocation looms, Thomas questions whether the memories he has made are ones he should remember fondly. If you know me at all, this sounds like a perfect film for me. I read the description on the site and I snatched it up immediately. Coming-of-age story that has comic book references in it, a kid who grew up with comic books. I love it. It seems great. It seems great. It takes place in the 1970s. Supposed to be very, very good. There is a commentary on here with the director, and there's a booklet inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Here is the booklet. It's got the same artwork. All the artwork's the same. So the front, the disc, and the booklet inside. And it's pretty normal, standard booklet. Just a handful of pages in there. Got some writing, got some essays, got some shots from the film. I can't wait to watch this. This is a very, I don't buy like recent releases very often. I'm usually going back to the old stuff that I have to catch up on, but this seemed right up my alley, seemed very interesting to me, so I had to grab Red Island. And then the other one that I pre-ordered, this is a brand new one as well, Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty. Now I remember when this came out in like 2012, 2011. Actually, I don't know if I remember when it came out, but I remember looking into it at some point. I found it on Letterboxd because I like looking up fairy tale adaptations. This is very loosely based on the Sleeping Beauty fairy tale. But it's got a real short description here, so I'll go ahead and read it for you. Jane Campion presents Sleeping Beauty, the bold and provocative directorial debut of Julia Leigh, an official selection at the Cannes, Toronto, and Chicago film festivals, featuring a phenomenal breakthrough performance by Emily Browning. There she is, right there. I think I only know her from Sucker Punch. This coolly shocking retelling of the classic myth poses its heroine as a rarefied sex worker confronting ideas of feminine sexuality with bravado and precision. So this, when I saw this on the website, I was reminded of Anora, a very recent film, just came out last year. Sean Baker's new film just got this beautiful Criterion Collection release just last month. This film was everywhere last year. Everybody was talking about it. It won so many Oscars. This is another film very loosely based on the Cinderella fairy tale. It's about a stripper, very similar. So I kind of see this as an earlier attempt at something like Anora, a very dark, modern retelling of a fairy tale. And I haven't seen this yet, but I kind of think it's a shame that this one kind of went under the radar and didn't get very popular, and Anora has been off the charts. Everybody loves it. Maybe there's a reason for it. Maybe this is not as good, but I'm excited to check it out finally and watch it for myself. And it just so happened that this got a pre-order for a boutique release from Vinegar Syndrome, specifically from IFC Films. This is spine number 10 from IFC Films, so a very new sub-label. This might be my first IFC Films. I don't know if I own anything else from them or not. But I'm going to go into this. I know this is a very divisive film. I know some people think it's like brilliant, like a masterpiece, and some people hated it. I don't know which end of the spectrum I'm going to land on, but I'm going to go in with an open mind and try to look through it through the lens of that Sleeping Beauty myth, and kind of in the same vein as Anora. So that is Sleeping Beauty. That also just came out. Those are two brand new pre-orders. They were marked down. I think they were marked down to like 28 or something, whatever the standard Vincent markdown sale price is. Those both sound really interesting. They both fall into some of my niches that I'm into. So I'll check both of those out. Hopefully check back in with you guys, let you know what I think of those. And then we've got 4 here that I've been wanting to pick up for a while. This one especially. This is Close Your Eyes, a film by Victor Erice. Look at this. Look at this, a beautiful release, also from Film Movement. This is spine number 7 from Film Movement, very early release. This director has only directed 3 films. The other 2 are in the Criterion Collection right back there. And they go all the way back to, I believe, the 70s. Yeah, 1973, his first film, The Spirit of the Beehive. Another coming-of-age story, mixing fairy tale elements and horror elements. This is about a girl who sees the original Frankenstein as a young girl. This heavily inspired Guillermo del Toro, who's one of my favorite directors, and then he came back way later, 10 years later in 1983, and made El Sur. Very similar again. It's got a small child protagonist. You can see this director's inspiration on Guillermo del Toro, very similar films. And then he came back decades later and finally made his 3rd film, Close Your Eyes. And I've been told by a friend of mine that this is very autobiographical, very personal film. It's about a filmmaker making a film. I've heard nothing but great things about it. I've seen it on Vincent's site for a while. I've been waiting for the price to come down a little bit, but it was almost out of print. There was only like a few hundred copies left. So I went ahead and grabbed it finally. So excited to dive into this one. This one just came out a few years ago. What was last year, 2024. So he's still making movies. He doesn't do a lot, but when he does, I'm excited to check him out. So that's Close Your Eyes. Highly recommend that. That's also from Film Movement. And there it is. There's the original poster right there. You might be more familiar with that one. 2024. I wanted to catch it last year in the theater. I don't even think it came to a theater near me, but I'm so glad that Film Movement has already put it out on physical media. So that's the 3rd one I got. And then what should I show you next? I'm going to go ahead and go with another recent one. This is 20,000 Species of Bees. Look at this. Had no idea, I hadn't even heard of this one, but this is just one that I found as I was looking through the sale, looking through the site. It came out right before Close Your Eyes. This is spine number 6 from Film Movement. So like I said, I'm all in on Film Movement. They've been putting out some really interesting stuff. This is another film about childhood, about a child. Those really resonate with me. Coming of age stories always work for me. This is about a mother and her 3 children who arrive at her family home for a summer vacation. Her mother disapproves of her daughter's career and the way she parents her 8-year-old son, nicknamed Coco. After it becomes clear that the given name distresses the child, Coco eventually voices a desire to be treated as a girl in this authentic and heart-wrenching story of transition. I've heard great things about this one. This one also came out in 2024, so Film Movement is cranking out some brand new releases, some international films, some independent films. I've heard, again, nothing but great things about this one, 20,000 Species of Bees. That one was also very low on stock when I picked it up, so you might want to check that one out if it sounds interesting to you at all. Let me know in the comments if you've seen that one, because, again, I didn't even know about it until I found it on the site. And then we've got 2 more here. I'm going to go ahead and start with the Visconti film. This is from Luchino Visconti, and I don't know how to pronounce it. The word is L'Innocente L'Innocent. This is a director that I've wanted to get into for a while. I know him from The Leopard and also from Ludwig, which both have boutique releases from Criterion and Aero Academy respectively. This is from Film Movement Classics. So again, from Film Movement, but they have two separate lines. This is an older film. This is not brand new. This is from 1976. So this is another one of Visconti's elaborate period piece dramas like The Leopard. It's based on a novel by Gabriele D'Annunzio, and it is brought to life in the final masterpiece from acclaimed director Luchino Visconti. So it is his last film. It's supposed to be amazing. I don't think it's available anywhere else besides Film Movement Classics. There might be like a bare bones Blu-ray release somewhere, but I did come across this while I was looking through the site. It's got a beautiful slipcover. Look at this. You got all the 19th century imagery. You got fencing. Got to have fencing in there. All of the costume design. I've heard that he makes these kind of beautiful period pieces with very luscious, engrossing, realistic production design and costume design and everything. I'll go ahead and read the description a little bit here. In the late 19th century Italy, Tullio, an insatiable aristocrat, grows bored with his timid wife, Giuliana, and neglects her for his mistress, the wealthy widow Countess Teresa Raffo. After learning that Giuliana is having a torrid affair of her own, he becomes tormented by infidelity and descends into madness. So sounds like a lot of fun. I have been in the mood for some period pieces lately. I don't know why. I think I really wanted to watch Picnic at Hanging Rock back in February because that film takes place on Valentine's Day, and I didn't get to watch it, so I still have this kind of craving to watch a good period piece. I need some of that in my life. So I went ahead and grabbed L'Innocent. It's The Innocent is the translation, so check that out if you haven't seen it. It's another beautiful release. I don't know how low on stock it is, but it was available when I picked this up. And then another very colorful release here. This is the last one. This is from Cartuna, which is a brand new sub-label from Vinegar Syndrome. There's only 5 releases. This is the 5th release from Cartuna. They also released the Nuts documentary that just came out last year that I picked up. And then I also have the Hundreds of Beavers release, which is also from Cartuna, that went out of print immediately. I don't know how long this one will be in print. This is an animated film that I had to grab just based on the animation style. So far, all of Cartuna's releases have had some form of animation, which is really cool. I like when boutique labels focus on that because a lot of them don't. You can tell by the slipcover that this is a very unique animation style. This is not the animation style, but go check out the trailer on the Vincent website because it's a very unique animation style, and that's the reason I picked it up. And I'm gonna go ahead and open it so I can hopefully show you some of it. Hopefully in the booklet there's some examples of it, but it looks like everything is made of felt. It looks like it's all little felt pieces that are animated and moved around. I don't know if it really is like stop motion animated with felt pieces or if it's, you know, computer animated made to look that way. You can kind of see it on the back here. It's like paper cutouts, little paper cutouts, which is very cool and it looks amazing. The animation style looks super unique. There is the artwork on the disc. Looks great. And there's the booklet. Let's see if we can find some examples in here. Oh yes, okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. It's gonna be small. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. Check out the trailer on the website. It looks like it is actually cut out, like everything is cut out of paper. Like all of these little artifacts and images are all cut out of paper and moved around with stop motion. It even has some images of the creator right here doing the work. It looks like he's literally moving things around. The things are hand painted. Like I love this very tactile, tangible animation style that you can see. There we go. There's little woodland creatures right there cut out of paper. Super unique. And every Cartuna title has been super unique. I would love to just collect all of the titles that this label puts out. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with it because they're cranking them out pretty quick, but this one looked too good to pass up. I have skipped a couple of them, but I did have to go ahead and grab this one. It looks amazing. It kind of reminds me of the work of Lotte Reniger, who worked a very, very early animation expert. She worked in like all the way back in the 20s. I think 1926 is when The Adventures of Prince Ahmed came out, which is her big like masterpiece, magnum opus work that she did, and it is completely cut out of, it's in silhouette, but it's completely cut out of paper and stop motion animated. This seems like a modern update of that kind of style. Also, Karel Zeman used a lot of paper cutouts. Other Czech animators used paper cutouts in their work. So that resonates with me a lot. I love that kind of stuff. Super creative. I can't wait to see a full feature film animated in that style. Just the trailer itself was beautiful, and I'm looking forward to that one. Looks like a very somber, introspective piece, but the reason I grabbed it was because of the animation, but I'm sure the film's gonna be interesting as well. So that's everything I grabbed in the pre-sale. Like I said, there will be another video coming in the future where I grabbed a few more titles, but I just grabbed 6 titles in this. These are all limited editions, very colorful. Of course, Vinegar Syndrome always has beautiful slipcovers that their releases come in, so I'm glad I grabbed those before the limiteds went out of print. Hope you enjoyed me going through those. Hope that was helpful. Hope I gave you some inspiration for some future movie nights. I'll talk to you in the comments down below. Let me know if you've seen any of those, or if you have any other recommendations for me to pick up from Film Movement, from IFC, from Cartuna. There's a couple more Cartuna releases that I don't have, so I'd love to talk to you in the comments down there about that. Leave me a like down below and a comment. Hit the subscribe button if you love these kind of videos, and I'll be back with more content soon. But until then, keep collecting.